Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday morning, February 15th. We are looking at window traders, market profile of SPY IWM, and triple Qs. And so what's happening this morning? Well, two things are happening. First, we said yesterday we had pretty much a price vacuum. We only had the high and the day to lean on. We had an 8-wide POC. I like 9 or better. So once price went up, right? From yesterday's close, there was nothing to stop them. Once they took out yesterday's high, remember what we've been talking about. This market's been incredibly short since the 10th, right? Incredibly short since the 10th. Took out yesterday's high, came into balance on the daily. Short start covering, momentum buying starts piling in. Remember, the 11th was a double distribution day. Right now, our overnight high is 446.33. Guess what? That's 6 cents from filling the second set of single prints. Talk about mechanical, can't be any more mechanical than that. So we're inside between both distributions for now. Russell, remember, filled their single prints yesterday before rolling over, so they're in their upper distribution from that day. Triple Qs, right now, above their single prints, both sets in the upper distribution. However, at 8:30, you have the PPI, and we'll see if that changes things just like the CPI did. Right now, this is pure short covering. The market got way too short and momentum buying. As far as destinations, right now, 446.33 overnight high, 438.60 overnight low. If we do hold this gap, yesterday's high of 441.60 would be a downside destination. Your first one, and that's $4 lower from where we're trading. So game plan for this morning. Again, a lot can change at 8:30, but if they hold the gap, a couple of things you can do. So the first set of single prints started 443.91. Now that is still over $2 above yesterday's high, but I guess you can take a long against that the first time. Any acceptance back into the lower distribution, and by acceptance, I don't mean just trading there, but in B period, you take out A's low, or if A's low comes down really far into it again with good volume, good tempo, then the odds of the gap holding aren't good. If we just test it, come into it, and come back out of it, then the odds of the gap holding are better, and the odds of trying at least to get into the upper distribution are good. Maybe we trade between both distributions a good part of the day. Remember, that first set starts at, we'll round it out, 444, and it gets filled at 446.39. So maybe the market, at least for a bunch of time frames, trades inside between the two distributions, trying to figure out if it wants to get back into the lower distribution or acceptance into the upper one. So right now, gap is way too high for me to take a long. Might take a small one against the upper end of the lower distribution. I'd take a bigger call play against the gap. If that fills, I am out. As far as a short play, again, if we were to push up, it depends if I want to front run the overnight high, which if it was to hold at this level, would be right before the second set of single prints fill. I would take a short against that. Early plays here in CamelbackTrading.org's voice channel room. Here, same thing. You can take a long against the gap fill in Russell. Again, they had already filled their single print. So between yesterday's high and say A's low from the 11th, that's a decent risk reward trade to take on a long with higher value. Any acceptance back into yesterday's range and back below the upper distribution, I'd be out on that call play. Certainly if you get into the lower distribution. And triple Qs, again, they're opening right now they're above both sets of singles. We'll see what happens come 8:30. You might be able to fade the overnight high, which is right inside the upper distribution. Again, on a pullback along against the gap. And then just quickly on the chart, I'm just going to show you the daily and SPY. So right now, we're taking out yesterday's high. It would put us in a 3-day balance. Right? Thursday's high would be the top of the balance. Friday's high would be the top of the balance. Yesterday's low would be the bottom of it. Right now, our 200 is at 444.22. Our 20 is at 445.71. So you're right above the 20 for now. At some point, the 20 is going to cross the 200 the way it's going. We'll see how we react at those levels. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.